Hi, I'm Jeff Haynes, editor at Tech Bargains, and today we're bringing you the video unboxing of the iPad 2 from Apple. Be sure to stick around at the tail end of this video where we'll give you details on how you could win this 16 gig iPad 2 for yourself. But for now, why don't we get into some more details about the system. Clearly, the iPad 2 is the successor to the wildly popular iPad, and when Steve Jobs took the stage in San Francisco earlier this month, nobody really knew a lot of the details about this particular system, whether it was going to be redesigned, any of the specs, or anything like that. Well, clearly, with the release of the system on March 11th, a lot of people's questions have been answered. So why don't we take a look at this device? As you can see by just looking at the box, the dimensions of the iPad 2 itself really haven't changed significantly from the initial iPad 1. However, just taking a look at the front of the box gives you a sense that Apple has really been taking a lot of the concerns and complaints to heart from a lot of its fans. Steve Jobs actually made a joke at the press announcement stating that, the iPad 2 would actually come on launch day in both white and black colors. So while there isn't exactly an iPhone 4 in white, or even an announced iPhone 5, you're at least getting somewhat of a mea culpa with the iPad 2. The device itself is significantly lighter and thinner than the original. The initial iPad was, about 1.5 pounds, and this is actually about 1.3, and it's actually 33% thinner. You can actually see that whenever I rotate the device itself. It's very, very thin, very light, and the curve of it really fits into your hands nicely. As much as a lot of the people that own the original iPad really love that device, they're really going to love this one even more. The other cosmetics that you'll notice are that on the front, right here, and on the rear, you have front and rear facing cameras, and this will allow you to engage in FaceTime chats with other iPads, iPhones, or iPod Touches, but it'll also let you take photos and videos of anything that you wish. Outside of that, a lot of the specs are basically the exact same. It still has access to compass feature, GPS if you happen to have a 3G version. It has an accelerometer. The iPad 2, however, does have a 3-axis gyroscope to allow you a little bit finer control for some of the games that require that kind of specific sensitivity. But a lot of the other things really that have been changed are more on the processing side. The original iPad had an A4 chip that ran at about 1 gigahertz, whereas the iPad 2 has a 1 gigahertz A5 chip that's a dual-core processor. Supposedly, according to Apple, this will allow your games, your apps, a lot of other things to be processed with 9 times the visual fidelity of the original iPad. We haven't exactly put all of this to the test, but we are working on a review and video review to make those differences a little bit clearer, and hopefully you'll stay tuned in the upcoming weeks where we'll be able to show you that. Outside of that, there really aren't that many differences, as I said. You can get the iPad 2 in 16, 32, or 64 gigabyte configurations, both with Wi-Fi and 3G functionality from either AT&T or Verizon, in either white or black. So technically you have about 18 separate versions that you could possibly get whenever you go to a store. However, be aware that a lot of areas have fully sold out of the iPad 2, and the wait times have been anywhere between 3 weeks to a month or longer. So being able to just walk into a store and easily purchase one of these is going to be a little bit trickier to do. The iPad 2 also is being sold with a number of accessories right off the bat that you can optionally purchase. For instance, Apple has been touting the ability of the smart covers, which you can snap onto the iPad 2 via magnet to automatically put it to sleep and wake it up when the cover is removed. The cover also acts as a portable stand and as a cleaner to wipe off some of the fingerprints, which of course would kind of start to accumulate on the screen itself. The $39 smart cover comes in polyurethane and comes in 5 separate colors, while the $69 smart cover is primarily leather and comes in 5 separate colors as well. There's also an HDMI cable accessory that you can use to plug in and mirror whatever your content is on the iPad 2 on an HD screen, while also charging the iPad as well, and that retails for $39 also. So, aside from the iPad, obviously, which is the most important thing in the box, you have a power adapter, which you can connect and charge the iPad to, and the power cable. The iPad 2 gets the exact same battery life as the original iPad, about 10 hours. And that's what Apple has been claiming, which they think is a really, really nice thing, to have the refinements of the new system while maintaining the exact same battery life. So, of course, you get the cable to connect not only to your computer, but also to the adapter, as well as this little packet which has a lot of the quick start information, which you'll find on this card right here. Quick product information about the device, and of course the ever popular Apple stickers. Of course, the device itself comes at basically a price of $499, $599, and $699 for the Wi-Fi versions, which of course we've been focusing on because this is the 16 gig Wi-Fi version itself. How can you win this brand new 16 gig iPad 2? It's really simple, actually. All you have to do is go to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/user/techbargains and subscribe to the channel. When you do, make sure that you mark the email alerts box so that you get updated every single time that we add a new video. Then, check out this video, like it, and make a comment in the thread below. Once you do that, you're definitely entered. The contest will run until March 28th, 2011, and we'll choose a winner from random. Now, if you don't happen to be the winner, you still have a chance to win, because we'll ask the person that won how they found out about the contest. And if they mention your name, you'll win a $100 American Express gift card. Good luck to everybody that enters, and make sure to come back in the upcoming weeks to both our website and the YouTube channel, where we'll have a full review of the iPad 2. And for the latest coupons and deals on the iPad 2, be sure to check out techbargains.com.